recently I watched a video, I think presented by Mr. Lu. He's a very popular speaker and also influencer on YouTube. What do we do that cause our children to fail? It's a very good video. I hope all the parents should take a look at the video. YouTube name is 1M65. It's worth watching. I'll put a link below. So basically, she shared how parents cause their children to fail in life. So I'm going to quickly go through them, and then I wanted to share my perspective as well. I'm not contradicting him, so don't worry. I'm actually complimenting what I probably felt that he didn't leave out, but I think his video is very focused on that topic itself. But I have another perspective that I would like to share so that parents will have a balanced view. So his point is our children is the cornerstone of our meaning in life. Their success is yours, their failure is also yours. But I say that 90% of parents fall into this category or make these mistakes, 90%. So my purpose of this video is not talking about this 90%. My purpose is talking about the 10% that he didn't mention about this. Who do not fall into this category, what should they do? So probably later I will invite my wife to share some perspective, and I will share some perspective. These are Mr. Lu 8 points. Okay, the first point is favoritism. The second point is bad role model. Third is abuse, physical and verbal abuse. Fourth is cursing your children. Fifth is overly protective and sheltering your children. Six is giving them too much. Seven is not being there with them in their growing up year. Eight is fatherly role is very important. So the conclusion is our children is the cornerstone of meaning in life. And I fully agree with him. I encourage you to go and watch his video. It's an excellent video. It's one of the speaker or one of the influencer that I will listen to for investments and even for family topic. In a way support, and he will once in a while share that. And he's one of the guys that I respect. Whatever he presents very much resonate in me. My perspective of bringing up our children, in fact of all these 8 points, I fully agree and 100% support. But so as I mentioned, I'm going to answer the 10%. Parents who did everything they could to help their children or to support their children, but yet their children still didn't do well or get in trouble or go wayward or even go jail. Certainly, I'm being asked these questions. Do we feel that we fail as a parents? So I invited my wife together to do these discussions to answer the questions whether do we feel that we fail as a parents. So how do you feel about these questions? What is your thoughts?
When I was asked this question, I'm very clear that I have not failed as a parent, because I'm very clear that as a parent, children are a blessing from God. And as a parent, my role is to be the steward of my role as a parent. So what does a parent do? I have to begin with end in mind, which means my role is to nurture the child to become someone who is capable to take care of themselves and to survive on this earth.
For me, I don't feel that we fail as a parents. It's because of this thing called free will. I mean, apart from parent responsibility, we can do all the right things, be in a way perfect parents. But at the end of the day, there's a lot other influence in a child's life. For example, now social media, the media is very strong influencer in our child's life. There's other influential like friends, peer pressure. Education systems will also mold our children's perspective and character. There is another influence which I classify them as spiritual influence. I do believe they are around and they do influence our children's mindset and behavior. Lastly, I feel that we don't feel as a parents is that all our children or every human being were given a free will, including our children. So no matter what kind of influence they have, at the end of the day, they have a free will to choose. Even this free will, if you give it to anyone, they want to turn good or turn bad is a matter of their own willingness. So I believe that as much as parents can do, we try our best in our own knowledge and ability. If we try our best, and if really our children go wayward, sometimes we cannot blame the parents because there's this thing called free will. The child is free to choose what they want to do or which way they want to go. We cannot have control over them because we are all human beings made with a free will. So I think that is my conclusion. For parents who you have done your best, you have given your children your best in your knowledge, and your children really go wayward, and don't put all the blames on yourself or in a way responsibility. If you think you try your best, that is your best, and the rest is really up to the child. Even for ourselves, I always in a way prepared that whichever educations or support that we can give to our children, there's always the preparedness to say that my children might go the wrong way. But to me, I feel that we play our part and we don't want to bog them down or restrain them. It's up to them to choose. To you, my example. Okay, I grew up with a very broken family. In a way village, we call kampong in Singapore. I stay with my grandmother, our uncles and aunties. We all stay together. So actually, my family is very messy. My father was a gambler, and my grandmother was a gambler. So actually my village, they actually open up gambling den. So in a gambling den, people are gambling, they are smoking, some even took drugs. So I grew up in this kind of environment where all the gangsters gather to gamble, they have tattoos, and I went in a way, help them to make coffee and sell it to them. So I grew up in this kind of environment, but at a young age, I know that if I follow what they do, I will end up like them. So right at a very young age, I already make up my mind to say, I'm not going to be like them. I'm going in to earn the money that I help them to buy coffee, all this stuff. But I made up my mind, I'm not going to marry, I'm not going to smoke, I'm not going to gamble, and I'm not going to go into drugs. So I grew up with these determinations. So when I grew up, I didn't really go wayward. And when I became a Christian, things are much clearer because I can see the contradictions and the comparisons. Okay, I have two examples here: a good example and a bad example family. So I choose to be the right kind of father at a very young age, and to say that okay, this is a good example, I will follow. So that's what I mean about choices. There's a lot of bad influence, but it's really up to you to choose the right way to go. So that's my example, and I hope there's a lot more examples such as this that shared online to encourage people to see that all of us have a free will to choose, and hopefully everyone choose the right way, the right thing to do. Okay, that's all for now. Hopefully we can spur some discussions. Let us know through the comments. If you got any questions, okay, you can throw in the comments and then we can answer that as well. Hopefully all our discussion will help parents globally. Okay, see you. Bye bye for this chapter.